in a bower of green, in a forest at dawn. Fair when the mockingbird sings, but she soon lifts her wings, and the music is gone. Young lovers in the tall grass with their hearts open wide, when the red summer poppies bloom. But love is a light in the sky, and an unspoken lie in the late afternoon. Love is an old root that creeps through the meadows of sleep, when the long shadows cast. Thin as a vagrant young vine, it encircles and twines, and it holds the heart fast. Catches dreamers in the wildwood with the stars in their eyes, and the moon in their tousled hair. But love is a light in the sky, and an unspoken lie, and a half-whispered prayer. I'm walking down the bone-dry river, but the cool mirage runs true. I'm banking on the fables of the far, far better things we do. I'm living for the day of reckoning, counting down the hours. I yearn away, I burn away, I turn away the fairest flower of love, 'cause darling, love's got no is a garden how it grows, like a crow and a crow in the corn, and the brake growing wild, and thistles around the edge of the cold, when the summer is spent, lamenting in the jade heart's lament, who nurtures for the faith of a child, when nothing remains to cover her eyes. My body has a number, maybe my face has a name, and each day looks the same to me. But love is a voice on the wind, she cultivates the wages of sin, and the Tanglewood Tree.
Thank you. So that was Tanglewood Tree by Dave Carter. And I'm looking at my colleague for confirmation, but she's too busy getting ready to do plumbing in her spare time. I don't know. We haven't let this go since she brought this. So what was it your son said about this outfit?
He said I could be Bob the Builder. I said yes, but can I fix it? And he said probably not. He's there mocking.
It doesn't write large in our skill set. So we're playing Rapunzel, and we do songs of stories and myth and a little bit of whimsy and a lot of harmony. And thank you for hanging around and being with us while we do a bit of singing on this cold afternoon.
So over to that fine songwriter, Mr. Trad.
As I roved out on a bright May morn, Monday morning early, as I roved out on a bright May morn, Monday morning early, I spied a pretty fair young maid. She was a mother mother's darling, with me to Raya, fa-la-diddle-da, di-ra-fa-la-diddle-dairy-o. I said, who are you, my pretty fair maid? Who are you, my honey? Oh, who are you, my pretty fair maid? Who are you, my honey? She answered me quite modestly,
I am my mother's darling, with me to Raya, fa-la-diddle-da, di-ra-fa-la-diddle-dairy-o. Will you come with me to my mother's house when the moon is shining clearly? Come with me to my mother's house when the moon is shining clearly. I'll open the door and I'll let you in, and everyone may hear us with me to Raya, fa-la-diddle-da, di-ra-fa-la-diddle-dairy-o.
So I went to her house in the middle of the night when the moon was shining clearly. Oh, I went to her house in the middle of the night when the moon was shining clearly. I opened the door and she let me in, and everyone did hear us with me to Raya, fa-la-diddle-da, di-ra-fa-la-diddle-dairy-o. A bunch of euphemism is coming. So she took me horse by the bridle and the bit, and she led him to the stable. Oh, she took me horse by the bridle and the bit, and she led him to the stable. Saying,
There's plenty of oats for a soldier's horse to eat, if he is able with me to Raya, fa-la-diddle-da, di-ra-fa-la-diddle-dairy-o.
I love a pet lover. Then she took me by the lady white hand, and she led me to the table. Oh, she took me by the lady white hand, and she led me to the table. Saying,
There's plenty of wine for a soldier boy to drink, if he is able with me to Raya, fa-la-diddle-da, di-ra-fa-la-diddle-dairy-o.
then I got up and I made the bed, and I made it nice and easy. Oh, I got up and I made the bed, and I made it nice and easy. Then I got up and I laid her down, saying, lassie, are you comfortable with me to Raya, fa-la-diddle-da, di-ra-fa-la-diddle-dairy-o. The hospitality of this hotel is excellent. Here we go. When shall I return again? When will we be married? Oh, when shall I return again? When will we be married?
When broken shoes make Christmas bells, is that we might get married with me to Raya, fa-la-diddle-da, di-ra-fa-la-diddle-dairy, with me to Raya, fa-la-diddle-da, di-ra-fa-la-diddle-dairy, with me to Raya, fa-la-diddle-da, di-ra-fa-la-diddle-dairy-o.
Thank you. I got a bit carried away by all the euphemism. I forgot to sing. Like, what's going on? Why is no one singing my line?
It's funny how it happened. So this next one is one of ours. For a change. I should cheer myself on. So we like seeing different fairy tales and stories and myths from slightly different perspectives sometimes, taking them and twisting them around a little bit and seeing what happens. So this is Middle Ages. Robin walks down to the place by the river where once he first kissed his maid fair. He stoops down and frowns at his face in the water, says, "Lovely, another grey hair. Is it time I stood, that I hung up my bow and my quiver? Have I uttered my very last stand and deliver?" But the breeze breaks the glass with a rippling shiver, and he looks, but he's no longer there. Marian slowly walks down through the forest, her long silver hair in a braid. Am I still the girl that the legends have sung of? She wonders and feels herself fade. Is it time to step down from a younger girl's throne? I was too busy living to see how time's flown. The silent glissando from maiden to crone. Is she ready or is she afraid? And down at the inn all the merry men gather in their musty and quaint Sunday best. They're raising their tankards to old Friar Tuck, whose bones they have just laid to rest. And little John leans down to Ellen Dale, whose shaking hands never stop strumming, says somehow each one of us knew this must come, and somehow not one saw it coming. In their eyes, time is endless and vast. Robin and Marian look at themselves in a mirror that points to the past. At the young girls and boys with their chirruping cries, with their bows in their hands and with stars in their eyes. And oh, how those smiles take their hearts by surprise, and they know that the legends will last. Robin Hood looks into Marian's eyes, where the crow's feet touch kindness and light. She tells him the rich are still rich, but the poor, oh, they're richer by far for your fight. And the pipe and the tabor ring out through the woods. The fire's kept burning and everything's good. And Marian's hand closes round Robin Hood's as they slowly walk into the night.
us, that's one of those songs that's just becoming more and more true as time goes on. And when we started playing, which was a ridiculous amount of time ago,
we're reckoning it's coming up to 17 years.
17 years. We were young and full of hope and had no children. Obviously, these things aren't related. And at that point, we sang songs that were very much about, you know, how it might be to be more mature. And at the time, we thought we were. Oh man, we have to start junking some of the songs that we used to sing, I think.
So this one is a new one for us. It's a song we love very much. We've been talking about playing it for a while and never quite got there, and this time we're like, yes, we're going to try and do this. So hopefully it will all work out. So this is a song by Corinne Polwart, who is an absolutely stunning Scottish singer and songwriter, and if you haven't come across her, I would very much recommend her. She's done some absolutely beautiful stuff. So this is called Rivers Run. I believe she wrote it after after her first child was born. This is also new to us today.
Yeah. They finally let me have another instrument, but to try and deal with that, they've made sure I'm only playing one note. So let's not get too excited.
It's a good note though, let's all appreciate this note.
Indeed, my favourite note. As a synagogue musician, it is the main note. This weary earth we'll walk upon, she will endure when we are gone. When kingdoms come and kingdoms go, rivers run and rivers flow. I don't believe it's true that in this world there's nothing new. My darling, you have just begun. Rivers flow and rivers run. And if the river should ever run dry, somewhere the rain will still fall. Will still fall from the sky. When I'm beguiled by the fear that darker days are drawing near, my darling, you seduce the sun. Rivers flow and rivers run. And if the river should ever run dry, somewhere the rain will still fall, will still fall from the sky. This wounded earth we walk upon, she will endure when we are gone. But still I pray that you may know how rivers run and rivers flow. And if the river should ever run dry, somewhere the rain will still fall, will still fall from the sky.
I cross my heart and I hope to live just long enough that I can give it all to you, my darling one. Rivers flow and rivers run, my darling one. Rivers flow and rivers run.
I love the fact that this beautiful shruti box just makes everything sound good. Like I think you're just carrying it around in the world. So whenever I need to say anything of import, I'll just put it on.
There's a gravitas, doesn't it? It's like, now.
I want people to ask me questions on the street now. What time is it? Good time.
Now I'm going to steal it from you.
Oh, okay, great. I'll take that one.
I need some gravitas too. More than most of my say.
I wasn't going to say it, but you know.
I think the shruti box might not save me, to be honest.
So, this is a gorgeous piece by Tori Amos. I'm still waiting to one day be Tori Amos. The time is ticking. So I think it'll just have to be me playing this lovely piece by Tori Amos. So this is Winter.
Thought it was nice and seasonal. She says, looking up for bright sunshine. Had one job.
That's it. Where's the snow when you need it? Snow can wait, I forgot my mittens. Wipe my nose, get my new boots on. I get a little warm in my heart when I think of winter. I put my hand in my father's glove. I run off where the drifts get deeper. Sleeping Beauty trips me with a frown. I hear a voice, you must learn to stand up for yourself, 'cause I can't always be around. He says, when you gonna make up your mind? When you gonna love you as much as I do? When you gonna make up your mind? 'Cause things are gonna change so fast. All the white horses are still in bed. I tell you that I'll always want you near. You say that things change, my dear.
ice is getting thin. When you're gonna make up your mind, when you're gonna love you as much as I do, when you're gonna make up your mind, 'cause things are gonna change so fast. All the white horses are still in bed. I tell you that I'll always want you near. You say that things change, my dear. Hair is grey and the fires are burning. So many dreams on the shelf. You say I wanted you to be proud. I always wanted that myself. When you're gonna make up your mind, when you're gonna love you as much as I do, when you're gonna make up your mind, 'cause things are gonna change so fast. All the white horses have gone ahead. I tell you that I'll always want you near. You say that things change, my dear. Never change. All the white horses are.
Thank you. How are we, John, for time? I know we started a little later than we wanted to.
There's no time pressure.
We're okay, aren't we?
So we're going to go from
The audience were like, no.
No, they'll put up with it.
It's a very lovely audience. We were saying, we weren't expecting quite so many people to be in the
We're
room.
expecting you to be like us and our three mates. And I was like,
And
yay.
a child.
He sounds like-
But it's quite good actually having the COVID excuse. I mean, we've done gigs with smaller audiences before and we didn't have that excuse. Whereas now, it's like, well, we would have had 1,000 in the audience if it wasn't for COVID.
Sometimes you have to sort of double clap.
Feet as well, you know.
We all remember Fairlock Fair, where the only people we were playing to was the band after us.
We're standing in the
there with umbrellas, like, yay, yay.
How long?
They were very, they were heroes, really.
We miss the good old days.
You know. So this song we should probably explain a little bit. When you become a parent, one thing that you find quite often is that phrases come out of your mouth that you never expected to say. You just find yourself saying things and then thinking, what has my life become? Why am I saying these things? So on one such memorable occasion, we had friends over. There were lots of instruments in the house. My child, who was considerably smaller at the time, was running around. And I turned to him at some point and just said, "Don't push Rob into the euphonium." And then I stopped and thought, this is it, the end times arrived. So I did what you do in these circumstances and I posted about it online.
Otherwise it didn't happen, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We all know there's people on the live stream.
Yeah, exactly. If you weren't there, none of this would be real. So our friend, much missed and remembered friend, Xanda Morand, at the time, overnight, I woke up in the morning and she had written this 3-verse extravaganza based off this one phrase, and we said, can we put some music to it and sing it? And she was like, go ahead. So Mish did that, and here we are.
I think I watched too much Flanders and Swan in my youth, to be honest.
Too much Gilbert and Sullivan as well, I think. Both of those things happened.
You ready? Everything ready?
Don't push Rob into the euphonium. Don't toss him down a tuba for a lark. He's never going to fit round every twiddly bit, and the bit where all the spit comes out is bound to leave a mark. The valves will pinch him horribly, and what will Janet say when he's come out here especially to play with you today? So don't make him pedal the harmonium, or tangle him up in the trombonium. And don't push Rob into the euphonium, or else he'll get brassed off and go away. Don't push Rob into the euphonium. It's not the kind of game that he enjoys. He'll find it quite a squeeze, especially round the knees. And if he should get stuck, the thing will make a fearful noise. Brass instruments were not designed for people to pass through. He might come out all long and thin, and then what would you do? So don't make him juggle with plutonium, and park in the airport's loading zonium. And don't push Rob into the euphonium. Remember, he could do the same to you. It really isn't funny, that's the truth. You'll only cause him pain, as well as nervous strain, and the man who plays the instrument will complain to General Booth. The marching band have need of him to make a joyful sound, but how's he going to manage it when Rob goes round and round? Whoa, whoa, whoa. And he comes out here, hopefully. So don't make him eat your macaronium, or lock him up at night in the Smithsonian. And don't push Rob into the euphonium. It will all end in tears, yes, I'll be bound.
The horns are much too wiggly,
The cornets are too small.
it's best if you don't push him into anything at all.
No,
Don't push Rob into the euphonium. Just leave him with his feet up on the ground.
thank you. When we were practicing, we were thinking, oh, we need to find a way to spit out these kazoos in a COVID-safe manner.
We concluded that the only way to do that would be
Spit
at
at
each
each
other and not at the people in the audience. To be fair,
Considerations you never do.
To be fair, though, you presented a much easier target.
Can't give
So we've come to the end of the set. We're going to do just one more to bid you a warm goodbye, both here in the room and here on the stream. Thank you very much, the Cranbrook Centre and Redbridge Music Lounge for having us, and for John, who is managing everything down here from the front row in his usual very compassionate way.
So, there's going to be a new drum as
yeah,
well.
yeah. I thought I had no excuse not to let Marilisa on the piano. if I'm playing my one-note wonder hit.
What was that quote you were saying the other day? The person who had been should be turning the sheet music. I can't remember that. So short.
I'll put up. It was a good joke, but I don't remember it well enough. I'll put it on Facebook later. It's all right.
I don't know, do I? No, then. Are you tall enough, Mrs.?
So this, bizarrely, is a song by ABBA. Which you wouldn't know really to hear it. We've learned it from friends, and after a while I was like, oh, this is by ABBA.
We're hoping to reach out into the 80s next. Gradually working our way to this end.
But it's a very lovely song, and I really enjoy singing it. It's the first time we've done this together.
Gravitas, anyway.
Exactly. I feel like I'm alright. Definitely, here we go. I've arrived.
I just need more gravitas.
You and I can share the silence, finding comfort together the way old friends do. And after fights and words of violence, we make up with each other the way old